Alright guys, I hope that you were able to watch si part 1 kasi doon sa part 1 na-discuss natin yung kung ano ba yung overall background or information ng genetic disorder. This time dito na tayo sa part 2, pag-uusapan natin kung paano na-transfer or yung chance na matransfer yung genetic disorder doon sa magiging offspring ng parents. So, genotype refers to the genetic makeup of an organism, and then yung phenotype naman, yan yung observable traits or yung mismong genetic disorder, yung physical characteristics na pwedeng lumabas doon sa magiging anak. And then, as highlight, autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, and then yung word na carrier. Pero, para mas madali natin maintindihan, dapat meron siyang representation. So, ang genotype ng autosomal dominant, dominant means dalawa yung genotype niya na capital letter. So, yun yung representation ng dominant trait. Kapag naman autosomal recessive, recessive ibig sabihin both small letters. So, yun daw dapat yung mag-manifest para masabi natin na ito yung magiging genetic disorder ng bata. And then when we say carrier, isang capital, isang small letter. Ang mga carrier or carrier traits na to ay hindi sila magmamanifest sa phenotype ng organism or ng bata. Okay? Ang most likely, ang magmamanifest lang, it's either si dominant or recessive na autosomal dominant. Now, let's talk about the Huntington disease. We know that the Huntington disease is a problem in the autosome or chromosome number 4 at ang affected gene ay HTT gene as part of the review, and then siya ay considered as autosomal dominant. So, if it is autosomal dominant, kapag daw capital B, yun daw yung magmamanifest na phenotype doon sa magiging anak. So, Huntington disease, again, this is the autosomal dominant. So, paano natin siyang ipa-Punnett square? Ang Punnett square, guys, dito lang ipapakita kung paano or yung probability na mapasa ito, disease na to, doon sa magiging anak. So, ang sabi dito, guys, sa situation na binigay ko, the mother has HD or Huntington disease and the father is just a carrier. So, paano natin ito ilalagay? We know that it must be capital, so BB, pero ilagay natin kung siya ba ay mother or father. So, dito nakalagay mother, so lagay natin na ito ay mother. So, lagay lang ng letter M. And then, si father daw ay carrier, so kung carrier siya, dapat capital and small b. So, ganito natin siya isusulat. Okay? And then, let's do the math. Alright? So, transfer lang natin yung mga letters dito sa pinaka-box. Tapos, makikita na natin kung ano yung chance or probability na mapapasa yung Huntington disease, even yung percentage dun sa magiging anak. Okay? So, yan. Since na-transfer na natin, paano na natin ito i-conclude? So, yan na. We are looking about the dominant and then the recessive or the carrier. Hahanapin lang muna natin. Pero para mas madalian tayo, hanapin muna natin kung ano yung magkakapareho. So, kita natin na parehong capital B yung lumabas, parehong dominant. So, lagay natin dito, capital B. So, siya ay 50%, tama? Okay, tapos ito naman, may capital din at may small. So, ibig sabihin siya ay carrier. So, 50%. So, lagay natin dito, ang chance na mapapasa yung Huntington disease sa anak ay ilang percent? 50%. So, ito ay merong Huntington disease. So, merong 50% chance daw na mapasa yung Huntington doon sa magiging anak. At meron din 50% chance na mapasa yung Huntington sa magiging anak, pero siya ay carrier lang ng Huntington. Okay? Ito, meron siyang Huntington, yung mismong capital. So, if we are going to get the phenotypic ratio, so since pareho silang 50%, so 2:2 yung phenotypic ratio. Alright? So, I also created another example. So, let's try to answer this. So, sabi dito, si mother daw ay normal. So, paano natin ilalagay na si mother ay normal? So, wala siyang Huntington disease, ha? So, lalagay natin siya na dalawang recessive kasi normal siya. Okay? So, ito si mother. Normal. And then si father, meron siyang Huntington disease. So, dalawang capital letter yung ilalagay natin kay father. Okay, so ito si father. So, then transfer natin. Capital B, small b, capital B, small b. Okay. So, kita na natin yung sagot, right? So therefore, what's the answer? The answer is that lahat ng nakikita nyo, okay, so therefore, 100% ay carrier yung magiging anak ng Huntington disease. Alright? So I added another example. Let's try to figure out kung paano si mother and father naman ay pareho silang carrier. So, carrier sila pareho. So, lagay natin capital and small lang. So, both mother and father, they are carrier. And then, transfer na natin sila. Ayan, medyo iba yung nakuha nating sagot. So dito, makikita natin na merong dalawang capital letter. So ibig sabihin, capital B, so dominant. So ito yung magmamanifest. So 25% chance na magkaroon ng Huntington disease yung anak nila. Next, meron tayong nakitang figure dito na magkaiba. So automatic, so ito yung pinaka-genotype niya. And then ang percentage na makukuha natin since dalawa ay 50%. So 50% chance na yung magiging anak nila ay just a carrier. And then last one, meron tayong both small b dito. So 25% normal. Kasi recessive because we are looking of the capital letter na dapat dominant yung mag-manifest. So normal. If you're going to get the phenotypic ratio, ang magiging ratio niya ay 1:2:1. Right? Remember guys that this is not only applicable to autosomal dominant na Huntington disease, but pwede rin itong applicable, let's say, sa Marfan and other genetic disorder na affected yung autosomal dominant, okay, na gene. Alright guys, so I already discussed the autosomal dominant. Now we will proceed on autosomal recessive disorder sa next video. Thank you so much.